Hey friends, come on in, take your shoes off, have a seat, and consider staying a while by clicking that subscribe button.
There are some conservative groups slamming Coca-Cola after an internal memo showed diversity training where employees were told to be, quote, less white. It's part of the company racism training program. People taking part are given advice on how to be less white, less arrogant, less certain, less defensive, and less arrogant. A spokesperson for Coke said it's just part of training meant to create a, quote, inclusive workplace.
What is there to say? Like, really, like, what could I possibly add to this conversation? Oh my gosh, it's so uncomprehendable to me because like I was raised right. Like I was raised where you see a person's soul, you don't see what they look like and their skin color and what their background is. Like, so the fact that we are sitting in 2021 and now we're almost doing like this reverse racism thing is crazy to me. And the fact that people behind this reverse racism are of that race and putting a target on their own race's back, like, which it doesn't even matter because like race, like we're all people, like we're all God's children, like we all have purpose and we're here for a reason. And like, oh my gosh, like I said, I debated it on even making this video because my mind can't even comprehend this.
That's right. The pamphlet that's going around Coca-Cola to all their employees right now, if you hadn't been paying attention, is how to be less white. All the reasons white people are bad. You know, at some point, I'm just like, damn. The hatred is real. Can you imagine if we released a pamphlet called Be Less Black?
What do they mean by that? What type of
Don't be racist. Don't be this. They're saying like, hey, check your biases, but the way they branded it to try to be like funny, I guess, was be less white, which is really ironic because your whole point is to tell people to be mindful of how they make others feel.
So it's assuming white people are racist.
Usually us versus them, isn't it? It's usually us versus the powers that be. It's the little guys who they want fighting amongst ourselves to say, oh no, you two groups go after each other again. You've been getting along for far too long and things have been going far too well, and you're starting to realize that we're all in control at the top. We're all out there pulling the strings. We're all these puppet masters because of our elitism and our billions and billions and billions of dollars that we have. But you know what? Fine, oh fine. Yeah, see that person there? Yeah, he's more privileged than you. Go fight amongst yourselves like good little pawns. That's what they want. That's what.
Some of these people that we give news media to, that we allow into our education system to teach our children, that we allow into our politics, that we allow into our governmental structures, this is the insurrection. This is the takeover. You understand? These people are perverting and manipulating and selling you a delusional reality. Delusional reality. I don't care what your skin color was when you were born. Can't change it. It's who you are. Just like there's no such thing as being less black, or being less yellow, or being less purple, or being less whatever other kind of ridiculousness that these intellectuals want to come up with. This is not progressiveness. This is not progressiveness. This is ridiculousness.
Things like right here is confronting racism, understanding what it means to be white, challenging what it means to be racist. Okay. Here's another one. It says to be less white is to be less oppressive, less arrogant, less certain, be less defensive, be less ignorant, be more humble, listen, believe, break with apathy, break with white solidarity. Okay, so this is interesting because this has nothing to do with the job that you're filling via Coca-Cola, but it's so interesting how they basically, what they're saying is to be white is to be this. So if you're white, you're inherently oppressive, which is, again, literal racism. I know they try to redefine what the damn term racism means, but it's literal racism.
The only thing that genuinely shocks me more than not only seeing Coca-Cola post this, but then get away with this legally, is seeing the amount of support for this training. Why is your government backing up this racism that you are so against in your own culture and in your own race? The woman with the red hair was saying that it's not because they're behind the movement. It's not because they feel bad for you. It's because they don't want you to see what they're doing to take away your rights, to take away the lifestyle you currently have. They would rather you go after stupid things that aren't even a thing. They want you to be offended by the dumbest things, to be distracted so that you can't see what's actually going on. Do not let someone tell you you're offended about something. Do not let someone get in your head and change your beliefs. And absolutely do not let someone be ashamed of who you are and what your background is. The only way that we are going to put America back together and have any chance of holding freedom like we've known for the last 100+ years is we have to start coming together. We've got to start putting our differences aside and agree to disagree and treat everyone like human beings. Training people to not be the color of their skin isn't the answer. I can't even say that with a straight face because it sounds so dumb. I realize that this has been happening to the Black community since America's been a country. And you know what? You wanna know what to say to those people? I'm sorry that my ancestors did that, but that's not me. That's not my family. I'm pregnant right now with my child. That's not what I'm going to be teaching my child. I'm so sorry that that has happened. And if I would have been in that time period, I would have stood up for you. And I can't change what the past is. And I have no responsibility of the way you were treated in the past. I only have responsibility of how you're treated right now. And I don't want to just speak to the Black community because I know the first, if you actually do your history, the first slaves were actually from Ireland, not from Africa. So it's all groups of people. And the same answer goes across the board is, I am sorry for what happened to you, but that has nothing to do with current day and how we're going to move forward and be better. I'm going to get probably like a lot of hate for this video, but I just felt like this is something that I couldn't stay quiet on. And something that I think if we as a society, not me as a white person or us as a white society, but every single person in the United States, if we don't start standing up to this type of thing and letting it slip through, how much further are they going to push it? What race are they going to go after next? What religion are they going to go after next? What people group will they go after next? There's only one race. It's the human race. We all bleed red blood. We're all the same. We're all God's children. And I think it's time we start acting like it. I've had a fuzzy on this shirt the entire time and nobody told me. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.
And we gotta be less white, be less white. It's liberals gone wild and they lost their minds. We gotta be less white, be less white. Now I'm switching to Pepsi and it's all alright.